Let's go back to example 1 in your book. You try to collect some money. The owner files a suit against you and says your work was substandard. It didn't comply with the contract. That's why we're not paying you. Moreover, you damaged plumbing that someone else put in, and the whole value of the project is now diminished because of your cruddy work. And we want you to pay us for all of our losses. Now, as I've explained before, some of that is covered and some of it isn't. Your own shoddy workmanship will not be covered, but the damage that you did to someone else's work is covered. The benefit is that the insurance company will hire a lawyer who will defend you against both. And that's going to be worth several tens of thousands of dollars to you. Now, the dicey part comes in this example. You already have an attorney who has filed suit to collect the money. Suddenly there's all these defenses coming up. Your attorney, if she is wise, will say to the insurance company attorney, we need you to do all this and this and this and this and this because that's the most cost effective for you. That will all be on the insurance company's nickel, and your attorney can simply peek over the shoulder, make sure things are done right, and will pursue your collection claim. Does that make sense? There is here, and I don't know if it's in your packet or not. Did I give you a sample tender letter? I think I did. Yeah. That's in the back. All right. This tender letter contains some magic language that you need to be aware of so that you do it right and you don't have to hire an attorney to do it, because after all, I am here to save you money. Okay? The tender letter goes to your agent. It doesn't go directly to the insurance company. The agent is the person who sold you the policy and who is supposed to service the policy and to make sure that you're happy because he gets a percentage of the premium. So the first thing you do is you contact the agent and you say, dear agent, this is my policy number, ABC policy. This is the lawsuit that I have received, and this is the date that they claim the injury occurred. The reason you put the date in is because every insurance policy is limited in duration. It covers a particular year. And so you want to make sure that you get the right policy and the right policy year and show when the date of loss is. It's important to tell them when you were served, because as you know, there are deadlines that attach to litigation, and usually if you are served in state, you have to respond within 20 days. It will say that on the summons that you get. And so you need to say, we've been served on this date, here it is, and get that out the same day you're served. You need to attach a copy of the pleading that was served upon you so they can tell right away what this is all about. The reason that becomes important is because coverage with respect to the duty to defend is determined based on the language of the complaint. So back to my two examples. We got the elbow in the nose or the fist fight. Someone looking at the complaint will say, yes, that alleges negligence. That triggers coverage. We're going to have to defend this. A smart lawyer representing someone who is injured will always put in a negligence count, even though at the heart of it may be intentional, because they want to have some insurance money at the end of the day. You also summarize what the claim is about and do so in a way that is most likely to catch attention and to trigger insurance coverage. In other words, while it may be that they allege our work is defective, which is not covered, you need to add, but they also say that the whole value of the project is diminished and we affected the damages to other people, we damaged other people's work that has to be redone. That just underscores the fact that you're entitled to a defense there. I put in bold print, for example, some of the things that I know is going to be covered under the CGL policy that we just discussed. It's also important to give them facts from your point of view. In other words, you can say, we stand by our work, we think it was done well, we think this is just a shakedown, we're willing to defend it, we'll cooperate with you, and so forth. And then you do the magic language, we tender the defense to you. That we tender language is real important to get in there because that's what triggers their duty to defend and to pay an attorney for you. Please provide defense counsel and indemnify us, and then you'll coordinate with the attorney that we already have to make sure that we're protected. Because bear in mind, your attorney is for offense, the insurance attorney is for defense under these circumstances, and they both play at the same time, and the offensive player is going to put as much work as they can off on the defense because it saves you money. You need to put in a deadline that says we need to hear back within 10 days because you don't want to have your attorney caught flat-footed or unprepared or short of time in the event that the insurance company says there is no coverage here. And then you always write letters to insurance companies as if you're going to sue them down the road. In other words, you need to be courteous and friendly and open and complete and honest. And you need to write with an eye to, if everything goes bad, I want this to look like I'm a reasonable person only asking for what I'm entitled to under the contract. I mean, that's good business sense, whatever you do. If you write a howler, that's the Harry Potter term. If you write a letter that's just filled with invective or personal insults, you have to assume that someday that's going to be read to a jury, and that will sort of undermine what you want to accomplish. Now, the rest of the materials give far more detail than anyone but a lawyer who reads this stuff all the time cares to know about why there is insurance coverage under these various scenarios. Insurers are prompt to pay claims that they know are due. They hesitate to pay claims that are questionable. Your job is to make sure that nothing is questionable, and you do that by being thorough in your own analysis and prompt in doing what you need to do.